I would like to thank everybody for coming today. We're here to honor one of our own. We had some invited guests as well as all the employees of Champlain Telephone Company here. First, I'd like to say a few words about Dave. Everybody knows him as Big Dave, but I was looking through some of the publications that Dave has been quoted in and articles that have been written about him, and I came across this article that was in Strictly Business. He was actually the cover of Strictly Business in February of 1995. And the title of the article is Selling Pots and Pans. And it starts off with Dave Southwick, president of Champlain Telephone Company, is a man who loves what he does. Nothing I could do is more fun than running this company, he says. I love to come to work. Southwick is quick to credit the efforts and expertise of others for the success of the company. And I really think that talks about Dave Southwick. I'm looking at Jim Forsher, who owns and runs the company south of us, and he's shaking his head. He's known Dave a lot longer than I know him, and I think everybody in this room knows that. This company exemplified him and how he approached life, I think. The other thing that further on in the article, the interviewer asks a question: how have changes in technology affected your business? And this is probably the thing that I think of a lot when I think of Dave, all the conventions I go to, and really the changes that have happened in our industry. Dave says, we used to be in the POTS business, plain old telephone service. Today we're in the PANS business, pretty amazing new stuff. Businesses didn't used to utilize telephone the way they do today. There were no fax machines, no modems. The teletype was used, and Western Union. People wrote letters. This was in 1995. Think of 2004, how much it's even changed. Dave has really run the gamut of pots and pans in this industry. He started running the company in 1959. He grew up in the business. And I'm sure that whatever farmer provided some of those cedar poles for our telephone poles, Dave knew. And today, we're talking about internet. We're talking about passing X-rays over telephone lines, video, full motion video. It is pretty amazing new stuff. And what we're here today to do is to honor Dave and his accomplishments. Not only for what he's done here at Champlain Telephone, but as you'll find out, on all those trips that he took, he did a lot of other things. So I'd like to introduce Jim Forsher, past president of OPASCO, Organization for the Protection and Advancement of Small Telephone Companies, vice president of NYSTA, New York State Telephone Association, and president and CEO of Shazy Westport and West Telephone Companies.
Thank you, folks. Trent, thank you for inviting me up to this, just our monthly luncheon. I thought it was going to be at the phone company, but I guess I should have known better. Giving accolades to Big Dave, that there'd be a lot of people showed up, and that it'd be a special occasion. So I'm honored to be up here to give you this award, Dave. For many of you, most of you probably don't know that Dave and I have known each other, we'll go back a long ways. I came up to Shazy to run the Shazy division of our company. I think it was back in '73, just straight out of college. And Dave kind of took me under his wing and kind of showed me, you know, a lot of things, helped me a lot management-wise. Trent, you hit the nail on the head when you said the nice things about Dave is to how he ran his company and how he treated his employees and how he helped in the community and the whole North Country. So I have a special affection for Dave. He's been a wonderful mentor to me, a wonderful family man, and a dear friend. He's taught me a lot of new things. I've even learned how to count my travel and when I'm on the road in 6-packs. I'm glad there's no press here. I wouldn't have said that. So it's with honor that I make this presentation to you, Dave. I'm going to read to you. This is a national award from the National Telephone Association, like Trent said, and Dave was not able to be at the Opasco convention this winter in Florida, but this is what was said about him. Good morning, and thank you for being here with us today as we belatedly present the 2003 Lifetime Achievement Award. We would have presented this award to the winner in the July convention in Michigan, but he had some family obligations to attend to. The Opasco Lifetime Achievement Award is one of the highest honors bestowed in the organization. It is presented to an individual who has distinguished himself by outstanding contributions to the independent telephone industry, specifically at the local or state level. The award recognizes effective leadership, long-term involvement in the telephone industry, and advocacy for the independent telecommunications community. It also recognizes outstanding accomplishments and contributions to the local community and to the state associations. Our winner has been an extraordinary contributor and mentor for New York State and Clinton County. He is known for his outstanding leadership qualities and his positive outlook. In fact, our winner has been quoted as saying, "Nothing I could do is more fun than running this company. I love to come to work." Whether it be the telephone poles the school needs for the basketball diamond or the carrier card needed because of a lightning storm, one winner is always there, willing to help his community and fellow New York telephone companies. It is with greatest of pleasure and pride that I announce that the 2003 Lifetime Achievement Award winner is Dave Southwick. Dave has served the telecommunications industry and his community with distinction. Dave became involved with running the company in 1959 when his father was tragically killed in a farm accident. Dave, who was working in North Carolina at the time, returned to Champlain to take over the helm. Over the years, Dave has guided his phone company to become one of the leaders in the northern tier. The foundation for Dave's success: never forget the customer. In fact, Dave's company consistently earned high marks from the New York State Public Service Commission for quality of service. From mopping washrooms to repairing burnout terminals and beyond, Dave has given 110% to his company. Under his leadership, Champlain Telephone Company has become a leader in the industry, providing products and services customers need to survive in the information age, from phone lines and video conferencing to local and long-distance service, internet access, phone systems, and security systems. CTC is the first small independent telephone company in New York with 100% fiber optic backbone, including a newly completed fiber optic network between Montreal, Quebec, and Albany, New York. Dave's leadership in the business and in community activities has earned him the respect of friends and customers. In addition to his local activities, members of the Clinton County Board of Health, member of the Champlain Fire Department, mayor of the village of Champlain, member of the local development corporation for the town of Champlain, and the list goes on and on. Dave has always been active in industry-wide activity and was elected to the New York State Telephone Association Hall of Fame in 1992. Dave served on NICE's board for 20 years and was actively involved on numerous committees. Also, he was president of the New York State Telephone Association. What year was that, Dave?
75, 76.
75 and 76. That wasn't in here. Today, Dave's legacy continues with Champlain Telephone Company. CTC offers local scholarships to high school students and supports various school, sport, church, and special interest fundraisers. Through a monthly publication called The Exchange, CTC strives to continue to address the interests and concerns of the people in the local community. CTC remains committed to staying abreast of new developments in the telecommunications industry and to serve their customers with the knowledge and experience that has guided the company through nearly a century of service. Dave has been and will always be a champion for the customer. The newspaper quotes Dave as saying it all. As long as we can keep our heads above water, we'll do the damnedest to give good service to our customers. Dave, Pasco thanks you for your outstanding service to the telephone industry. Please join me in congratulating Dave on receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award. So Dave,
Thank you, Chairman. I want to thank all the good people that made all of this possible. Obviously, it wasn't me. It was the Champlain Telephone Company. I'm not going to go in any names. You know who you were. You've all been loyal, helpful people. And it's because of my feeling for you that I was able to do this, that I was able to tramp around the country. Because I had enough confidence in the people that were here to know that when I came back, there would still be a viable telephone company. I'm not the one that put those wires up. I'm not the one that installed them. I'm not the ones that ran the switchboard. I'm not the ones that installed. You people did. And I want to thank you very, very much for not only this, but for all your loyalty and all of the great work that you've done over the years. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to introduce Beth Lamberton. I was talking with Beth a little bit this morning, and this is the only job Beth has ever had. She graduated from, was it Moores at that time?
Yes.
Moores Central School. Went to OLBA. I think you might have worked on Saturdays at the corner bookstore, but graduated from OLBA, and Dave hired me and been here ever since. Definitely.
On behalf of all the employees and management at Champlain Telephone, we'd like to congratulate you, David, on all your accomplishments. You have made us all proud of you. I personally want to thank you for hiring me 36 years ago. I graduated on a Saturday and came to be interviewed on Tuesday, was hired, came to work on Thursday, and been here ever since. And one reason why I stayed was because it was family. And it was like home away from home. And I think I'm speaking on behalf of most of us here. We all felt that way. You know, you hate to leave your family, but when you come to another family, it makes us proud. Also, a couple weeks ago, I attended Frank Goodrich's retirement party at the fire station in Morris, and David spoke on behalf of Champlain Telephone Company. And he spoke about how I called Junior Frank Goodrich, always Junior since I was but David spoke about Frank and his loyalty and dedication to the board of directors. And he spoke, of course, in my hometown, and it made me very proud. And people did comment after about your speech, David. Also, all the years that David was involved in, like Jim had mentioned, all the community events. And I'm hearing stories about your sports, David, when you used to go to Northeastern, and how you got with the referees when the kids were playing basketball. Comments were made about that, how you took such an interest in sports.
That's a great.
Jim mentioned some of the community involvement. I don't think there was any involvement that David wasn't involved in. I can remember your ski patrol back years ago when I first came to work here. You were involved with the ski patrol, and a longtime member of the volunteer fire department in Champlain. So David, it's with great honor that I've worked for you for all these years, and we love you. Thanks.
Thank you, Bev. Also, there is an article in the New York State Telephone Association News about Dave. He's hit the front page. It talks about this this award and the fact that he was in or is in the Hall of Fame at NYSTA. I'm reading it. It didn't say you were president either, so we need to get an errata on that. Right, Angela?
You do that.
Next, I'd like to introduce Dale Cardan. Dale has been here as an employee for Champlain Telephone Company for how many years now? 27. And as Bev exemplifies, having started here and never left, Dale started here and has never left. And he's also exemplifies the work ethic of the line crew and the installers that did all the work, as Dave said, put the cables up, the wire, and the poles. The upright.
I'm going to be short because, like everybody else, my stomach says it's after 12 o'clock and I usually get kind of weak by now. They just asked me to say a few words about a half an hour ago, so I really didn't know what to say, except, Dave, this award today you deserve, and any other award in the future is more than going to be bestowed on you, is going to be greatly appreciated by us that you have got that award, and by, I'm sure, you. The other thing I wanted to say, Dave, is in future awards that you do get, if you need somebody to escort you and your family, I'd be more than glad to, and I'll buy as many six-packs as it takes to get there. Thank you.
I don't know the whole story of the six-packs. All I do, I remember going to my first NYSTA meeting and somebody describing Dave Southwick about going to some meeting. I think it was with your dad, Jerry Forsher, going down the Northway, and apparently, for whatever reason, the roadie that was between his legs was empty. So he needed a beer. He was in a van. Is this true? He was in a van apparently. He just stood up, turned around, and walked into the back of the van as he was going down the Northway and whatever. Got the beer and came back. Is it a true story or? All right, I think Jerry Fortune told me that story. Well, anyway, we are proud of you, Dave. You have put Champlain Telephone Company on the map, and we're one of the few remaining independent telephone companies out there because of the base that you set us, and of course that you set us on. I certainly thank you, and for everybody else here, I thank you. And we have a great lunch set up. Please enjoy it. Thank you, Dave.
Wow.